Welcome back to Grace Roots Homestead. Come along with me to do animal chores. Alright, we picked up some feed from the feed store in the van, and we need to fill up the chickens' feeders, so let's take it down closer to the chickens. Alright, we got their food taken care of. Now let's add some water to their water pan. Hey, fuzzy chickens. Here's some food for you. Alright, we got the chickens' food and water. Now let's scrape out their coop and add some fresh shavings. So this spot that the chickens are setting on is going to be our spring garden. And so I'm just going to scrape out all this manure and old shavings and just kind of throw it out onto the ground because it'll fertilize the garden in the spring. All right, we got the coop all nice and bedded down. Now let's move on to the next thing. Unfortunately, yesterday as I was doing animal chores, I found 2 chickens that were not alive. One of them had been sick for a while, so it was to be expected. The other one was in the nesting box. So things happen. This hasn't happened in a very long time here, thankfully. We haven't had problems with predators or sickness or anything with the chickens for a long time. But with these, I'm going to take them up our hill. Up in the woods, there's some animals, coyotes or foxes that come up there, and they can do what they want with them. All right, Benjamin, what are you working on here in the woods?
Well, right now we set up that fort, and we're gonna probably use another nail to kind of actually tie it to the tree. And then I think Dalton wants to make another fort there. And yeah, so basically making forts and having a tiny lunch break.
Nice.
So, yeah, bye.
All right, so Amram, our ram, has been getting his head stuck in this poultry net. And this little solar charger, it works kind of, but it's just not a very strong shock at all. And so I think the sheep, with all their wool, they're just not getting a shock from the fence. So I'm going to hook up this bigger charger that plugs in. It's not a solar charger, and we're going to use that to hook up to the fence. All right, we got it hooked up to the fence and then hooked to a grounding rod here, and then it's plugged into this extension cord that runs back to the house. All right, sheep, we can finally let you out of the barn. There you go. Hey, Amram. Hey, sheep. All right, now that the sheep can roam their pen, let's get them some hay, because as you can see in this garden spot, there's obviously not any forage for them to eat. There you go, sheep. There you go. In one of the windstorms a couple months ago, then the tarp was laying on the garden and it blew off, and it all in a rush because it's so windy. we just bunched it up and put a table on it. Well, we never got around to folding it properly, so that's what me and Shav are gonna work on right now. All right, as you can see, that tarp gave us so much problems. Of course, the wind picks up as soon as you spread out a tarp on the yard, but we got it in the big red shed, and all the animals seem happy. The sheep are out on the soil, out of the barn. The chickens have fresh bedding in their coop. The chickens have food and water, and I think Benjamin's back up on the hill building his forts. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.